for our first experiment. The first part of our Halloween science, what we're going to do is we're actually going to talk about ghosts. Now, ghosts are those crazy things that fly through the air, and what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can use a little bit of science and a little bit of magical science to actually create our own ghosts. Now, in order to do this experiment, I'm going to need a volunteer. Now, this volunteer needs to be incredibly magical and needs to think that they can actually control the power of ghosts. Now, let me see. Do I have any volunteers in the audience that would like to help? Ah, you young lady, can you give me a hand? Come on out here. All right. And ma'am, what is your name?
Callie.
Callie. Very nice to meet you. And Callie, do you think that you can help me to bring out the power of some ghosts?
Yes.
Awesome. Now here's how we're going to test this. I want to test Callie's ghost powers with an amazing scientific test. You see, here's the test. I'm going to take this incredible scientific device called a cup. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Miss Callie stand right over here. Perfect. And then I'm going to come over on this side. And I'm going to kneel down on the ground and I'm going to put this cup on my head. Now, I bet you didn't know this. However, ghosts are very, very powerful. And ghosts are so powerful that if Callie uses her powers correctly, she can actually use a ghost and shoot a ghost all the way across the room and knock this cup right off of my head. Now, the best way to do this, Callie, is if you take a deep breath and breathe out all your ghost-building powers, and you will breathe, and the ghost will come flying and knock the cup right off of my head. Do you think you can do this? Here is the test. Let's see if I can balance this on my head. Excellent. All right, Callie, I need you to take a deep breath, summon all your ghost powers, and go. Did anybody see any ghosts? I didn't see any ghosts. And it obviously didn't come off my head, so Callie, I'm going to need you to try just a little bit harder. One more time. Here we go. All right. Apparently the ghosts are playing hard to get tonight. You see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually switch this up. Maybe Callie's a little bit out of practice in her ghost building skills. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to balance the cup on Callie's head, and I'm going to see if I can send my ghosts across the room to knock the cup off. But I should warn you. You see, I had some pickled fish for dinner tonight, and so my breath is a little bit stinky. So, Callie, I'm actually going to have you turn around so you don't have to smell my terrible breath. And then I'm going to balance that right on your head. And then I'm going to back way up over here. And I'm going to take a deep breath, and we're going to see if we can summon those ghosts. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Callie, we did it! We summoned the ghosts! Okay, maybe we didn't. You see, maybe we didn't actually summon any ghosts. Maybe we actually used the power of science. Now, those ghosts, as invisible as they were not actually ghosts. In fact, what it was a big giant puff of air. And that air came right out of this air cannon. You see, as I pull this back, it pulls in a whole bunch of air molecules. And then when I let go, it shoots a puff of air straight out. But it's an invisible puff of air. But here's the thing. Does anybody know what shape that puff of air might come shooting out of that cannon? Could be a ball. Good. It might be a ball of air that comes shooting out. Oh, a cylinder of air. Interesting. That could be kind of like a soup can coming shooting out. Well, here's the thing. It's really hard to see because this shoots out so fast. But what I did bring with me is I actually brought with me the Ghostmaker 3000. You see, the Ghostmaker 3000 is actually a larger version of my air can. And here's what it is. See, this is how I make ghosts. I make ghosts because this is a huge amount of air stuck inside of that cannon. And if I simply tap, that puff of air comes out. And it comes out much more slowly so you can actually see it. Now what I want you to do is I want you to watch to see if you can see the ghost flying across out of the cannon. Are you ready? Here we go. Did anybody see it? You still didn't see it. Let's see if we can make our ghost a little bit more visible. In fact, what I brought with me is, I brought with me a smoke machine. Now this smoke machine, what we can do is we can actually fill up the Ghostmaker 3000. Then we will see what shape these ghosts actually are. Here we go. Filling it with smoke, filling it with smoke. I'm a good singer. All right, we now have some smoke, and now we're gonna see exactly what shape these ghosts are. Are you ready? Here we go. Whoa. Can anybody tell me what shape these are? That's right, they're rings. The air actually comes shooting out. So we are making ghost rings come out of our Ghostmaker 3000. You see all that smoke that's inside of there? It wants to come out, it wants to come out. And all I have to do is I have to just give it a little tap. And all of those smoke molecules, they come swirling out and they fill up that ring and then come shooting out. And so with the power of science, we can actually make ghost rings fly across the room.